Hi, I'm Willow Grace Mystic, and I want to talk to you just a little bit about my thoughts, not an interpretation, or it is my interpretation, but it's not a foreshadowing of anything that's to come, but just a couple of things that are going in my mind about the planets and where things are and the energy that it has on us. Since February 16th, Mars entered Capricorn. This is going to go until May 13th, and then it'll go into Aquarius and Pisces, but I want to go back and explain bit by bit. So Mars is where we have this fired up energy, where we want to start something, where it's get out the gate and let's go. So I always think of it as a sprinter, a horse starting a race. And then I think about Capricorn. Capricorn is about restrictions, boundaries, tightening the belt. And one is fired up energy and wants to explode, and the other one wants to contain the other. So we started about February 16th. That leads us to today. So today we have 6 planets in Capricorn. This is crazy. So Moon and Mars. So the Moon is our private side, where we have this it's our journal, it's our diary, it's things that we don't want to share with others. Jupiter is expansive. So everything that's going on right now, it's going to expand this. It's like throwing firecrackers into a fire. You throw them in, Jupiter wants to make everything bigger. And then let's see, we have Pluto. Pluto is the regenerative, the birth, death, rebirth. So it wants to clear out things that were no longer serving us. It wants us to, whatever it was not working or whatever had cracks or flaws in it, brings it to the attention, recycles it, and starts fresh with it. So that's going to be the energy of today. So if you think about where we've come, today, I would expect a beginning of a tightening of a belt. Then we're going to move to, I'm on the 20th. So what are we talking? This March 20th. It's going to be where the energy is now going to be magnified. Mars is going to conjunct Saturn, and it's going to go all the way up to the 31st. So this means all of our mood and our feelings. So think about our fears and our restrictions. They're going to be growing with time and then they're going to be intensifying, because Saturn represents tightening a belt, bringing things in, restrictions, and it wants to pull everything in, and Mars does not like that. And so it fights back. And so that's where we get this energy. So with that being said, on April 1st, things should collectively start to settle down or calm down. So we have this time period that's going to take us up to the 1st, and then it'll be a slow process, little by little. So think of it as Mars gets closer. Its energy amplifies, because remember the starter. So my thoughts are, when Mars and Saturn, they're in the same, when they're in the same sign, this is the energy we get. When they're out of the same sign, then our collective fear and our energy and our restrictions will then begin to lift. So it's a matter of, we have to wait out this period until they will start to separate from each other. Remember, I think of Saturn as the rings around my yard, and it represents boundaries, borders, and not just for large scale. So think of it as Saturn restricting everything, large scale, countries, states, and now it's trickling down to our houses, and now it's even trickling down to us, where we have to have these safe boundaries around us of personal body space, where we can't touch or connect with other people. And it wants to restrict us, to limit us. Now, it always is for a good thing in the end. So the good thing is we're all in this together, but Saturn wants us to honor and focus on what do we value. So during this time, we get to sit back and say, all right, we're here. So now what do? I'm going to be spending time with family that is close enough to me that I can reach out and touch. And if I cannot, I'll be connected with them on the phone. I've been reaching out to family and friends just to make sure that, am I connected? It gives you a sense of peace and calm. My dog, I've got a great book. It's going to give me a chance to do some home cooking, to actually sink in and settle and refocus. What is the most important thing to me? Capricorn likes us to go back and reevaluate. What do you value? The things that were valued before, cars, big homes, the big vacations. Well, when things are rough like this, it's not that important. What is the most important thing is what do we value? What do we focus on? Well, for each person, it's different. I know for me, it's family, friends, health, well-being, and what do I care about? What do I want to keep safe? So Saturn is going to tighten our belt, let us refocus on things, and we need to take this time to say, okay, I need to calm down, relax, meditate, and not hoard things. It's also showing us the good in the world. I don't know, I don't know about you, but I've been focusing on where everybody is saying, oh, let's panic. I've been looking at other people who are reaching out to others. Hey, let's help those people who can't get to the grocery store. Hey, let's help those people who are shut-ins. Let's bring joy to them. Yesterday I was watching the news and I saw the bagpipes going, the people with the bagpipes playing their music around the senior center, bringing music and joy to people who are shut in. You can't get much better than that. I see people offering babysitting services, shuttling services, like bringing food to others. So I'm looking at this and choosing to see that where I'm restricted, I'm now going to turn my focus on what do I value, what do I love, and bringing that awareness out there. Saturn's going to reveal what really matters with us. So we need to take this time not to live in fear, panic, but to remember what is the good in us, what is the good in others. And in the end, this is going to bring long changes, long range changes. Saturn also reveals cracks. So we're going to be looking at things in our government, our medical, our schools, our everything. And where were there cracks? And where do they need to be fixed for the future? So with everything that happens in astrology, it's not there to always scare us. It is there to shine a light on things and to enlighten and change things that might have been stagnant and needed things to change for the future. So I'm choosing to think of this as a self-imposed calm down, relax, connect with family, do things that I haven't been able to do and been putting on a back burner because we're always busy. And now this is a forced shutdown of connect with who we are, what do we value, what do we want, and how can we be of service and help others in this tight time period. So I'm looking forward to the end of March, the beginning of April, and at the middle of May. As it gets closer, I need to look at more information on the astrology of what's really going to be happening. But I think things like we're in this for the next several weeks. We got this. Stick together. I heart you.